Hi there, Prairie Plant Girl here. I shot this video for you earlier today, but my mic didn't seem to work, so we're going to do the old voiceover here. But the point of this video was just to talk about why I think growing bush beans or snap beans is a great investment for space in the garden that you need to yield that you get out of the plants, and how much work and care they need. So I'm just showing you there. It's about a 2 by 4 foot, not even 2 feet space that I'm picked off of there, and I have that big bucket of yellow beans. There's a few cherries in the bottom of that I picked earlier in the day, but just a handful. They are good cherries. Anyway, so I got that basket off of that little space, like I said, about 1.5 to 2 feet by 4 feet of plants. So there's 33 plants in there. Obviously, I plant them a lot closer than what spacing on the packaging says. Like they say around 8 inches, I think, between plants and 12 inches between rows generally. And I just put a seed in every, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches for a row, and then I put like maybe 4 to 6 inches between rows. I'm not trying to get a rototiller or anything in here, so closer spacing, less weeds, right? When I plant my beans, all my beds, I like to amend them with a good composted steer manure and homemade compost if I can get it. And that's all I really feed my beans with through the year, so they get that when they go in. And then after that, they're on their own. They have a 1/4 inch soaker drip lines that go through that bed. There's 4 lines that run the length of the bed. And rainwater. The 1/4 inch lines just kind of depend on how much rain we're getting, whether I have the drip on or not. But most of my beds, I just kind of aim for 1 to 2 inches of water a week, and I just adjust them with what water we've had. We've had a lot of rain. In fact, we just had 2.5 inches the night before. So I haven't needed to have my my rain water system on very much this summer, but this month anyways. So I just was talking here a little bit about how important it is to pick your beans once they come into production. It's important that you are out there picking them, getting all the ones that are ripe and ready, you know, to the size off the bush. So every couple of days out there picking beans. The more beans you pick, the more the plants always tend to produce. So now I've moved over to my burgundy beans. There's less plants in this spot, 13 plants I counted here. And on the yellow beans, I was averaging about 10 pods or beans, or whatever I'm going to say, off a plant. Here I was getting about 6. And then I moved down to my green beans. These had horrible germination. They're a little bit behind, as I tried sowing them about 3 times, I think. So not much there. There's 6 plants. And here I was just showing you about the size that you want to look. If you think about the size of your kind of standard pencil for the width, that's about the size that I look for harvesting my beans. So these are all nice size beans. The one there is just a little bit on the small size. It could have gone another day, but doesn't hurt to pick them at that size. If you leave them much longer, and then you can start to see the beans through the shell gets kind of thin and tough, and they're just not as good of a bean, and they won't store as well. And that's my opinion anyways. You could probably leave them longer and leave them for dried beans. I don't do that. I grow these to have them at this stage. When they snap like that, they're a nice fresh bean, and that's when I think they're at their prime. And I just snap one of the purple ones or burgundy ones here, and they're green inside, and when you cook them, they actually turn that bright green color like that. And beans are good for eating fresh. If you have never tried them like that, you don't have to cook them. And these ones I just snapped, that's where they went, right in my mouth. I got 1 green bean out of these. Like I said, the beans were behind, and I just ate that. Otherwise, there's my harvest in the basket there. I got a couple good handfuls of the burgundy beans, and most of that basket is the yellow beans. So a few cherries, like I said, underneath. But I just think beans are a fantastic crop for not needing a lot of space. They don't need a bunch of fertilizer. You know, just average watering will do. And as long as you keep picking them, they're going to keep providing beans for you, you know, through the warm months where they're really just coming into their best stage right now as we're getting, you know, staying consistently above 25 Celsius. And that's what they want. Don't try and plant them early in the season when the soil's still cold and the air's still cold. They will not grow well for you, but once the heat is on, they'll just keep on going and producing for you. So that's my bean harvest, and here's just a little shot of them cooking, and you can see those burgundy beans, you know, they're starting to change color there. I was just blanching some to freeze, and doesn't take long, and they're completely that nice bright green color. Very nice. And then here's the harvest I had for the day. So you can see lots of the yellow beans. I got a few peas, the burgundy beans. I got my first cucumber, my first black cream tomato, and those few handful of cherries. So it was a good day out in the garden. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.